to We the People Devlog number 5. This episode has been a long time coming. We've been torn on what aspects of the development we wanted to show off next, so in this video, we'll be just throwing the entire kitchen sink at you. We've been incredibly busy working through some core refactors over the course of 2024, and we're not quite ready to show everything that we've accomplished on that front, but what we've been doing alongside those refactors is something that we're very excited by and have been looking forward to showing you all. But before we do, let's reflect on last episode's community question. Last devlog, we brought up our intention of adding a hunting bow to the game. The overwhelming response was that you guys liked this idea, and that it would act as a good middle ground for the lower tier or early wipe gameplay. We couldn't agree more, which is why we've been getting it animated. We'll show off a bit more on that when it's closer to being done and implemented into the game. Now, let's jump into this episode's community question, malfunctions. They happen in real life, and as such, we feel like they should happen in game as well. But we recognize we're not exactly a milsim game, just merely an immersive experience that pulls elements from milsims and other games that have caught our attention over the years. So we'd like to know how you guys feel about them. Love them? Hate them? Wish they'd be more balanced in WTP compared to other games? Please leave your thoughts, comments, concerns, and feedback in the comment section below. We always read them, and we'll do our best to keep that feedback in mind throughout our development. Now, I'd like to provide a little context to the progress we've made and give you some insight as to what's to come next. Firstly, we're proud to say we've begun bringing on a few new folks under the SIC blanket and have quite a few people contracting with us full time, which means we've come a long way from when it was just me or even 2 to 3 of us working on a game in our spare time. We really are blessed to be able to do this as a career, and it's in part thanks to you guys. Your involvement in this development and your excitement in this game has changed the course of all of our lives here at SIC, so for that, we're grateful. Additionally, our team is always growing, so if you or someone you know has been affected by the industry layoffs, please feel free and apply. More info on that on our website. Now, let's get into what we were up to in 2024, as well as discuss a bit about what we have planned for 2025. Many of you might remember the gunplay from our 0.1 devlog. It was flat and lacked punch. We wanted to do a total overhaul for how we handled gunplay. Starting with animations. Take the M4 for example. We started with a new model and then we got it completely reanimated. To accompany the new animations is our newly implemented sound system, using Wise. All these things combined together provides a grittier, punchier, and a lot more visceral experience. But instead of talking about all this stuff all day, let's just show you a badass montage of all of it put together. Enjoy. In previous builds of WTP, we didn't do a very good job at controlling how recoil would change based on the type of weapon system and subsequent attachments used. Now, we have a system for that. Let us know what you think. We'll be doing a full stat showcase in the near future, so hopefully this little teaser can tide you over until that time comes. Now that you've seen what we've been up to, let's take a look at what Lucas has been up to with optimization.
Optimization and performance of our maps is well underway, but remains a challenge because level art is a moving target. Mainly due to the challenges of additional art being constantly developed and added to our levels. Because of this, my main goal is to provide consistency across the few levels I'm currently optimizing. And our long-term goal is to target as many machines as possible making our game as widely accessible and available as we can. Now, let's move on to some of our levels. Each level has a different priority as they are in different stages within their early development, and shift greatly in the stage of completion. A ton of maps are currently in the blockout phase, awaiting further development as our team grows. As of now, I've been working on Joint Base, which has a location where one of our arena map takes place. This is more of a smaller scale CQB style environment and has a lot of densely packed assets, as you can see. Besides that, I've also been working on new maps such as Nuclear, which is a very large open map, meaning that my focus has been on optimizing the landscape, foliage and industrial style points of interest to ensure they perform well while maintaining visual appeal from a distance. However, my largest focus as of late has been on map 4, which is equally dense as it is large, which poses a very unique challenge and has a long way ahead.
Now, let's hear from Eric regarding some overhauls to the WTP framework.
One of the more challenging aspects of our development process has been our inventory system due to the pivotal role it serves in almost every other aspect of the game. Because of this, we've worked through various iterations throughout the development of We the People, all of which fell short in some way or another. All in all, it's been a struggle. However, with our adoption of the game playability system, or GAS, we've begun to make rapid improvements, and are on track to make something we're really proud of. Despite the initial learning curve, GAS is something we've felt strongly about using in our development for a while now. It provides a great foundation for well-networked multiplayer and replication, while also allowing us to quickly develop modular player actions, improving our development time as a whole. With this new approach in hand, we've begun overhauling our inventory system, and have improved it in many aspects. Here's a few of them. A whole new spatial inventory, accompanied by a new look for our UI and UX. Embedded equipment slots, which reduce visual clutter and improve both functionality and user experience. An improved system for handling both rigs and plate carriers. We've also reworked dragging, dropping, and context options. Aside from the inventory, adopting the game playability system has allowed us to improve player actions as a whole, including the health system, as well as numerous other things like suppression, or radiation. GAS has also allowed us to start the implementation of grenades, such as flashbangs, Molotovs, incendiaries, and of course, high explosive grenades.
Now, let's check out some updates from Ian on movement.
Recently, we've been refining the character movement system and animation setup. A key focus was integrating hit reaction montages based on body parts and hit direction using our existing terminal ballistic system. This enhances the realism and responsiveness of combat, especially in PvP environments. Additionally, we've introduced a client-simulated proxy animation track split. This allows us to play first-person perspective animations for the player character with firearms and items positioned closer to the viewport and the character's face. Meanwhile, the simulated proxy animations, handled on another animation track, remain more immersive and reflect what you'd expect to see in a real-life situation, striking a balance between visual quality and realism. One challenge was ensuring smooth transitions between movement states like standing, crouching, and laying prone, while aligning these with firearm animations. We also focused on ensuring there's enough space in the viewport to fully showcase the equipped items or firearms while maintaining clarity of the character's actions. For other players, we ensured that simulated proxy characters looked realistic without the additional client-side embellishments. Moving forward, we'll maintain separate animation versions for the client and server-side animation tracks. Using the character's local role, we can effectively manage the animation tracks to keep things optimized. Our next steps include further performance testing to ensure smooth gameplay, particularly in multiplayer settings, and character progression modifications to animation play rates and overall movement values.
In previous devlogs, we've shown some of the badass work from our 3D art team, and we'd like to continue that trend. Many of you will remember some of the gun model work by Sev. Well, he's been up to some more awesome stuff. Check it out. We'd also like to introduce some work done by one of our newer 3D artists, Sviat. He's the lead creature artist on Stalker 2, known for making the mutants, as well as a lot of their other models such as clothing, equipment, and items like artifacts and the iconic sausage. We're fortunate enough to have brought him on, and currently he's making some truly badass zombies for us. June 2023. We had the fortunate opportunity to be part of Steam's Next Fest, showcasing our first tech demo for WTP. It was made by just a couple of us, if it wasn't obvious enough by how rough it was. Now, almost 2 years later, we have the opportunity to showcase another tech demo at Steam's Zombie Fest, starting on May 26th and ending on June 2nd. We look forward to hearing your guys' feedback and playing alongside you. We hope you enjoyed this episode and are as excited for future updates as we are. If you like the direction we're heading in, let us know and comment something positive down below. As always, likes on the video are appreciated. Please make sure to subscribe and follow us on all of our socials, and join our Discord to keep up to date with everything we're doing in between these devlog updates. Please also give We the People a wishlist on Steam. And once again, thanks for watching.